good, y'all? It's your Prosper Hill. Welcome back to another video. I know I haven't really been quite active, but I promise this month I'm posting at least 15 videos this month. It's already been 7 days. 7 days, I think it's been. Yeah, 7 days. It's been 7 days already, so I have only 6 days to not post. But I promise I'm posting 15 times this month. All right. So let's get into it. Today we're reacting to another Fern video, of course, and this video is the $1 billion Coca-Cola machine. I'm guessing they're talking about the machines you see at like movie theaters, you see at like events or like birthday parties and some shit like that, right? So let's jump right into it, and yeah.
Cinema, about to watch yet another sequel to a forgotten franchise nobody asked for. You're getting popcorn and a drink to drown out your Jared Leto-induced sorrow with a sugar rush. You pay and they hand you a cup. Then you see it, glowing red and chrome.
Bro,
the Coke.
I don't know what is so like crazy about this. I don't know, like
Coca-Cola freestyle.
I'm never gonna learn later in the video, but like
you can choose between over 100
no
different flavors. Cherry vanilla Coke, peach Sprite. Maybe you'll go crazy and mix Fanta with Powerade, or maybe you just pick a classic.
Okay.
But this machine is way more than just a soda fountain.
Like,
it's not just serving you a drink. It tracks everything you do. And while you're picking your favorite flavor, it's quietly collecting data. Data that turns customers into test subjects. Data that Coke will profit from tremendously. The Coca-Cola company is said to have invested more than $1 billion in this machine, but they're very likely turning its capabilities into much, much bigger savings and profits. Today, we're diving into how a drink dispenser became a global lab, and what role you play in all of this.
Oh shit. Yo, I didn't know it was this like complex and
The Coca-Cola company is one of the biggest beverage producers on the planet.
Of course,
the conglomerate
bro.
controls almost half of the global soda market,
Of
making billions in revenue every year. And one important way they sold their many drinks has long been soda fountains.
Of course.
In the olden days, ordering a soft drink would work like this. You'd walk up to the counter, place your order, and someone would pour your drink into a cup. Then self-service fountains arrived. Now you could fill your own cup at your own discretion. When you were a kid, this fountain was everything. You could mix yourself something truly undrinkable.
Bro, OG shit, bro. Okay, I never did that as a kid, bro. I used to,
However,
I mean,
in 2000,
I'm from Canada, right? So I used to mix Fruitopia and Sprite, but you know what I'm trying to say.
2006, Coca-Cola and other beverage makers noticed something worrying. For the first time since 1985, the sales volume of carbonated beverages had declined. People started to focus more on their health and well-being. They were increasingly looking for sugar-free drinks and low-calorie options. But Coke's fountains just weren't ready for that. At that time, only about 1% of all Coke fountains in the US even offered Diet Coke. Meanwhile, the choice of sodas at convenience stores had increased dramatically. Rows and rows packed with hundreds of bottles and cans. But Coke fountains were stuck with the same limited run-up of kind of boring standard flavors.
Yeah, makes sense.
So they had to come up with an idea that would change everything.
Yup.
The freestyle fountain's design.
Bro, these actually saved everything, bro.
The red, the chrome, the sculpted lines. It kind of looks like it wants to become a Ferrari when it grows up.
Bro,
and that's not a coincidence. It was developed with Pininfarina, the legendary Italian design house that shaped the curves of Ferrari itself. You slide your cup under the dispenser. Now comes the fun part. You see dozens of bubbles on the screen in front of you. Each bubble is labeled with a different drink. Mezzomix, Coca-Cola, Powerade, Lift, Fuse Tea, and Kinley.
What the fuck is Lift?
In total, you could choose over 100 drinks.
Never heard that before.
Back when you were a kid, this would have been impossible. Restaurants used massive 19-liter syrup canisters for every single drink option. Nowadays, all these flavors fit into just about 30 tiny cartridges. The cartridge design is inspired by medical tech, where precise dosing is critical. Just as insulin pumps deliver exact amounts of medication almost drop by drop, the freestyle system carefully meters syrup and carbonated water for each pour. In theory, every pour is perfectly measured, drop by drop, turning your drink into a precise masterpiece. But Coke from a freestyle fountain actually tends to taste a little different from the one you buy in the supermarket.
It does, bro. It's way
in contrast
more, like,
to the old
carbonated
canister systems that pre-mix syrup and sweetener, freestyle keeps flavors, sweeteners, and carbonated water separate. Now, when you press the button, the flavor, sugar, and carbonated water are combined on demand.
Yeah,
This
makes
can make your
sense.
Coke taste slightly different from other preparations. Staring at the bubbly screen, curiosity kicks in. You came in for your usual, but you gotta admit, some options here are tempting. You tap the Powerade bubble, and suddenly a whole lineup appears. Powerade
Bro,
raspberry,
bro,
Powerade lemon,
who the
Powerade
fuck will get
strawberry.
Powerade from
So
a
many
fucking
choices. Which one to pick? You
soda
even mix a
machine?
drink that doesn't exist before. You could create your own secret flavor. And won't that make you special? The freestyle fountain is fun. It lets you explore. It bewilders. It sparks curiosity. It might even provoke play. And that's exactly the point. Coca-Cola doesn't just want to sell you a beverage. It wants you to feel something. This technique is
I'm guessing they use cameras to like survey people and then like basically like the amount of time someone uses like the drink they based on if they should keep it or not. That's basically what I'm trying to think of. I don't know. I'm not
called
sure.
experience marketing. Right here in front of this machine, you're not just choosing a flavor, you're interacting with the brand. You are
okay.
literally experiencing it. Every tap, every bubble, every choice pulls you deeper into the Coca-Cola universe. And that matters, because moments like this make you remember Coke, not just as a drink, but as a feeling. And ideally, it wants you to go home and tell your friends about that insane machine
Okay.
that lets you mix your own Coke and offers that amazing weird new flavor they so gotta try. And freestyle isn't the only example for Coke's experience marketing. Think about Share a Coke. Different campaign, same idea.
Yeah, bro.
And it's all part of
Coke will never
Coca-Cola's
go
bigger
away,
play,
bro. It's just too
shifting from being
inspirational,
just a
like.
product brand to an experience brand. Anyways, you ultimately go for a Sprite. You didn't even know Sprite Cherry existed. Time to give it a shot. You press the pour button.
Yeah, I've always heard of
Then you take
Sprite
a sip.
cranberry, not cherry.
Not half bad. You're not the only one who was curious about Sprite Cherry. All over the world, people have made the exact same choice. Obviously, Coca-Cola didn't offer
It's
you this
all
new
about
flavor
marketing, bro.
just
Yeah,
for
it makes
fun.
sense.
The freestyle ecosystem is basically a giant testing lab. Every pour, every mix, every flavor you try feeds into a massive experiment, a sampling program on a global scale. And with this particular new flavor, the experiment actually worked. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. When Coca-Cola launched the freestyle in 2009, they packed it with
Yeah, it's been
cutting-edge
that long?
technology.
Holy shit.
Reliable wireless networks like the ones we have today weren't exactly standard, so Coca-Cola built their own. The network they created links every freestyle machine directly to Coca-Cola's back-end systems, which are
okay.
managed through SAP software. Think of it as the company's brain. It keeps track of everything happening across all departments in real time. Every single day, over 50,000 freestyle machines send data back to this brain.
Bro, that
They
looks
report
kind of smart.
everything
It's not
that's
even
going
like
on
that.
inside them.
That's kind of smart.
Which flavors are being poured, what time of day they are consumed, or how much syrup is left. You might not experiment with your drink choices, but many other people do. That is how Coca-Cola discovered that people really like Coke Orange Vanilla, Sprite Cherry, Sprite Strawberry, and Coke Cherry Vanilla. Some of these flavors started as user creations, combinations people kept mixing again and again
Can't
at
lie.
the freestyle machine.
Me,
Others
bro,
like Coke Orange
Sprite is good, bro, but like I'm a ginger ale guy. Like, bro, ginger ale is like Sprite, but just like 2 times better. I know I'm not the only person, but like, come on, bro. Ginger ale is way better than Sprite, bro. Come on.
Vanilla were developed by Coca-Cola. The more people got these, the stronger the signal became, and what started as a tiny bubble on screen ultimately moved into full production. Sure, you could argue the company might have released these flavors eventually either way, but with freestyle, those decisions happen faster than before, and might be grounded in better data. But there's more. Before freestyle, staff had to manually check those giant syrup canisters. They probably used inventory sheets, maybe did a bit of guesswork, and called or emailed Coca-Cola to reorder. Freestyle completely transformed fountain logistics. Every night, the system collects data from this exact machine and figures
Damn.
out how many units of each cartridge needs to be delivered to the cinema. And it's not just based on what you and your friends poured yesterday. Algorithms predict demand and even factor in planned promotions for specific beverages. The system calculates which cartridges need refilling and automatically creates the restocking
Bro,
orders.
to me, bro,
Those orders
whatever this shit is saying, or like right now, like throughout the video, bro, I can't lie. This is like the perfect way to make more money. Like, bro, like make your machines all linked to one like single like program, and then finding out what things people drink, and then using the data that people drink to advertise with brands for that specific flavor of that drink. That's probably the smartest shit ever, bro. I can't lie. Shit. You can't even blame them, bro. Cause now the shit is worth a billion dollar investment. Not even a million, bro. $1 billion investment, bro. That is definitely worth it. Come on.
Are sent straight to the distribution center, and from there, the cartridges are shipped directly to the fountain locations. Every freestyle machine on the planet is quietly syncing. Think about how smart this is. With Freestyle, Coca-Cola can optimize their entire fountain supply chain, streamline inventory management, make restocks more efficient, and even improve their production schedule. It's probably safe to assume that this alone saves the company millions and millions of dollars along the way. If even Coca-Cola is tracking your data in real life, you won't be surprised to learn that your data is exposed everywhere, and there's nowhere to hide. Every click, search, and form you fill reveals tiny pieces of who you are. That you had to look up how to spell bourgeois 6 or 7 times for your online comment war, that you don't understand the 6-7 meme, or that you enjoy mixing Sprite and Fanta.
Bro.
Disgusting animal. With data breaches rising every year, your personal
That's not
information
even
is at
crazy,
risk.
bro.
Shady data brokers sell it, scammers use it, and even steal your identity. Not that anybody would want your particular identity, but, theoretically. If they did, they could take out fraudulent loans, open accounts in your name, and cause serious legal and financial headaches.
Yeah.
This is where Incogni comes in. It
Oh,
tracks down your
W
personal
ad
data.
placement. Holy shit.
Go. There's more. The data streams don't only report back. Marketers at HQ can push new campaigns straight to the Freestyle. It took a while to get to this level. Whenever Coke wanted to push it straight to the Freestyle.
that orange cream shit, bro. One of the worst Coke flavors ever, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, there's no way you look at a case of Coke and be like, yo, I'm gonna get some orange cream today. No. Hell no.
Style. It took a while to get to this level. Whenever Coke wanted to push a new campaign or change content, it required a full software update, during which the machine couldn't pour a single drink.
Damn.
Not exactly ideal, considering many fountains are located in high-traffic fast food chains. So in the mid-2010s, Coca-Cola integrated AirWatch, a modern device management platform. Now, instead of sending out a massive software update, whenever marketers want to roll out a campaign, they could push tiny data packages. While receiving the configurations, the machines most likely stay fully operational. They simply download and display the new content,
Bro, that's so
like this
cool.
Halloween special. What happens next is called nudging. A new flavor might be the first bubble you see, or a short teaser video might just catch your eye. You're still free to pick whatever you want, but those gentle nudges make you more likely to experiment. Thousands of individual recorded choices to try some bizarre Halloween flavor, all feeding directly into Coca-Cola's product development. But wait a minute, this little black dot up there,
That's a camera,
a
shit.
camera? Is this thing recording you?
Oh, fuck.
Well, Coca-Cola did plan to install a camera in one of their Freestyle models.
Oh, shit.
They even included it in their spec sheet and described it with the words, future capability for motion sensing and facial recognition.
But why?
This way, the company could attract every smile when you mix flavors, every frown when it doesn't taste right after a little test sip, literally
there's no way they
which
actually
combos make
break
you
it down
happy
to that.
or
What the
annoyed.
fuck?
Every reaction is data.
That's crazy,
But
bro.
could they really pull this off?
Nah.
At least in theory. In Europe, for example, strict data protection laws such as general data protection regulations would likely not allow this
Yeah,
to
Europe.
happen.
Yeah, bro. I
In
can't
the
lie,
US,
bro.
however, businesses
The difference between like America and fucking the UK or just Europe in general, bro. Like, bro, America, bro, they only care about money, bro. They only care about getting data to increase their capitalism, bro. I swear. Like, it's so true.
and event venues are increasingly experimenting with facial analysis and recognition technology in public spaces, so hypothetically, it might be feasible there. According to Fortune, in early 2024, AI company Quantify referenced a facial recognition project tied to Freestyle. In a now-removed entry on their website, it reportedly said, each vending machine comes with a camera installed, in which an image is captured for every customer interacting with the machine.
Damn.
Coca-Cola's marketing team aspired to use these images to generate insights on consumer preferences and usage patterns.
I mean,
Reportedly,
like,
Quantify built a machine
I'm
learning
not even
model
surprised.
to detect
I'm not
customer
even surprised.
demographics. Basically, the Coca-Cola company could know you're a guy in your 20s, standing here grabbing that Sprite cherry. After Fortune
That's
asked
crazy.
questions, the post seemingly vanished. A spokesperson for Coca-Cola said cameras in freestyle fountains were just tested in a laboratory setting from 2018 to 2019. When we asked Coca-Cola about this, they did not respond.
Of course it didn't, bro.
The creepy
They don't
camera
care.
hole aside, the technology is pretty impressive. A single globally deployed machine expanding flavor variety, strategically pushing experience marketing, enabling hyper-detailed flavor testing, micro-campaigning, and optimization of the supply chain. You probably stood in front of one of those before and never even had a clue. But there is this one central question we just couldn't shake. Just how much are they saving and making with this? In order to find
they're
out,
making
we went down a
billions,
rabbit
bro.
hole. Annual reports, analytics, figures, and company filings, only to realize there is no concrete data. Sure,
Bro,
we found a
everything is
few
fucking
clues here and
confidential,
there,
bro. I
but we
swear.
could barely make anything useful out of it, especially because gains from freestyle are tangled up with other projects. When we reached out to Coca-Cola for comment, they didn't respond, so we had to call in backup. Enter Yannick, the team's
Damn.
spreadsheet wizard. He dove into everything we could find out about freestyle and started making sense of it. His analysis is split into 3 parts. First, payback. Let's start with Coca-Cola's assumed revenue from freestyle machines. To get a rough baseline, we looked at something similar, loyalty programs like Payback. Payback usually returns an estimated 0.5 to 3% of your spending. Sounds like a bad deal for them, but here's the thing, it works. Because when people get a little something in return, they tend to spend even more. And while they do, Payback collects tons of data, or what they buy, when they buy, and where they buy. You can't fully compare Payback to Coke Freestyle, but both follow the same idea. Encourage people to buy, and learn as much as possible while they do. The data collected through loyalty programs like Payback enables targeted marketing and personalized offers, helping deliver messages that are relevant to individual consumers.
That's cool.
Studies like this one show that loyalty programs can improve gross margins by 2 to 4%, not simply because people buy more, but because companies can make smarter, data-driven marketing and product decisions. Using that logic, we can conservatively assume a 2% margin on revenue for freestyle. This is a very rough estimate, but enough to get a sense of scale. According to one source, Coke Freestyle machines dispense around 4 billion drinks per year.
Damn.
Assuming an average of $2
Holy
per drink
shit.
and a 2% margin, that adds up to roughly $160 million in yearly gains,
Holy fuck.
well over $1 billion since Freestyle's inception.
What the fuck?
Second,
That
the
much
value
money?
of data. Back in 2015, Coca-Cola teamed up with Hivery, a company focusing on AI-driven optimization. Their mission was to optimize vending machine sales.
Damn.
One of Hivery's clients was Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling Co., a U.S. bottler with roughly 19,000 vending machines in hospitals across California and Nevada. Hivery's
There
software
shouldn't even be
combines sales
Coca-Cola
data with
machines in
machine learning
hospitals.
and some algorithms to
fuck?
predict demand for every beverage in every machine. Reportedly, Reyes saw a 6% sales increase and a 15% reduction in restocking trips. These numbers suggest that data-driven supply chain management can generate significant sales boosts and cost savings. It is reasonable to assume that freestyle fountains could yield similar results. Third, new flavors. Some of the new flavors Coca-Cola launched based on their freestyle testing turned out about as popular as the deeply disappointing and unwanted sequel you're going to endure in a few minutes. Take Coke Cherry Vanilla, for example. Even though it was one of the most beloved freestyle combos, Coca-Cola decided to not produce any more in 2024 due to declining demand. Freestyle may help spot promising new flavors, but it doesn't seem to be foolproof. Out of 4 flavors brought to the market, 2 did not survive. This doesn't necessarily mean they were bad investments, just that they weren't long-term hits. Coca-Cola may have overestimated how representative freestyle users are for the broader market. Again, our request for comment went unanswered. While Coca-Cola rarely publishes concrete sales data for specific products, we found a number for one of their newer non-freestyle Sprite products that shows the potential of this market. Sprite Chill generated $50 million in sales in its
the
first
fuck is
21
that?
weeks in the North American market. Again, it's hard to estimate the total profit the company may have made through new flavors that started on freestyle, and how important the found data was for their success. But looking at all 3 aspects of Yannick's analysis, one thing is relatively safe to assume. The $1 billion Coca-Cola reportedly invested into these machines has long been made back.
Yeah, it makes sense, bro. I can't lie, bro. Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, whatever this shit's called, bro. Bro, like, these businesses, bro, are just so smart, bro. Like, oh my god. Like, everything they do, to everything they touch, to everything they buy, to everything they sell, it's just to gain, bro. I can't lie. I don't blame them, bro. they're the smartest shit. If I was in their position, I'll be doing the same exact shit. Okay, bro. They have made what, 160 billion dollars? Are you serious? Like, yeah, but if y'all enjoy the video, let me know down in the comments, and let me know if y'all want some more arc rated videos or some reaction videos. And see you boys. You prosper.